Have you ever wondered what happens when a prank goes too far? We're not talking about a pie in the face that misses. We're talking international incidents. We're talking about facing serious, life-altering consequences, because that, right now, seems to be the reality for one Vitaly Zdorovetskiy. You probably know him, the YouTube prankster, the guy with millions of followers. Well, he's found himself in a spot of bother, a rather large, tropical, Southeast Asian spot of bother, specifically in the Philippines. He was arrested, yes, arrested, in April 2025. And we're not talking about a slap on the wrist. The charges are serious. Attempted theft, unjust vexation. These aren't your average YouTube prank keywords, are they? So what exactly did he do to land himself in such hot water? How did a professional button pusher manage to push the big red button marked international diplomatic incident? The story is a wild one. It involves alleged harassment, a very firm government response, and now swirling rumors, big rumors. We're going to look at what happened, why it's a big deal, and try to figure out if Vitaly is truly persona non grata, not just in the Philippines, but perhaps even in his own homeland. So, who is this Vitaly Zdorovetskiy, for those of you who haven't stumbled across his particular corner of the internet? He's a name synonymous with YouTube pranks. For years he's been a prominent figure, a content creator who built an empire. An empire based on shocking people, on pushing boundaries, on creating moments that make you gasp or laugh or sometimes just cringe. He's Russian-American, and he's got over 10 million subscribers. 10 million. That's a lot of eyeballs watching your every, often questionable move. His rise to fame was meteoric, in internet terms. He tapped into a desire for outrageous content, for videos that felt edgy and unpredictable. Streaking at major sporting events, check. Confronting strangers in bizarre ways, double check. His brand was built on being fearless, or perhaps reckless, depending on your point of view. He was the king of a certain kind of viral video, the kind that spreads like wildfire, for better or worse. He made a lot of money. He got a lot of attention. But attention, as we're seeing, can be a double-edged sword. His pranks were often controversial, even before this latest Philippine adventure. This feels like the stakes have been raised to an entirely new and frankly terrifying level. All right, let's get down to brass tacks. What exactly happened in the Philippines? What was the prank or series of pranks that landed Vitaly in this monumental mess? According to reports, his arrest in April 2025 wasn't for one single isolated incident. It seems to have been a pattern of behavior. He was reportedly detained on April 3rd at a hotel in Pasay City. But that wasn't the only location. He was also accused of harassing Filipinos during a video shoot in Bonifacio Global City, Taguig. These aren't sleepy back alleys. These are busy public places. The details that have emerged paint a picture of pranks that many found far from funny. His live streams allegedly depicted him harassing locals. We're talking about behavior that crossed a line from playful mischief to, well, criminal charges. The specific accusations include unjust vexation and attempted theft. Attempted theft, that's a serious one. It suggests that whatever he was doing for his content, it involved trying to take things from people. So, Vitaly is arrested. What happens next? Well, it's not looking good. The charges he's facing are no joke. As we mentioned, unjust vexation and attempted theft. These aren't minor misdemeanors you can just pay a fine for and walk away from. In the Philippines, these are serious criminal charges, and the potential consequences, they're severe. We're talking about the possibility of a prison sentence that could be up to 24 years. 24 years. Let that sink in. That's a huge chunk of anyone's life. Currently, he's not exactly enjoying a luxury vacation. Philippine immigration authorities have declared him an undesirable foreign national. That's a label you really don't want next to your name. He's being detained. Section 5. A nation's response. The Philippines draws a line. The Philippine government's reaction to Vitaly's alleged antics has been swift and firm. They are not messing around. This isn't just about one disruptive tourist, it's about sending a message, a very strong message. Philippines Interior Secretary Jean-Vic Remula has been quite vocal. He affirmed that Zdorovetskiy will be held accountable under Philippine law. No special treatment, no quick deportation to escape trial. He's going to face the music right there. Secretary Romulo didn't mince his words. He stated, and this is a powerful quote, "The time when foreigners could just disrespect Filipinos is over." That's a line in the sand. It speaks to a broader sentiment, a national pride, and a refusal to tolerate disrespectful behavior from visitors. It suggests that perhaps incidents like these, or a perception of them, have been an issue. And now the government is saying enough is enough. This makes Vitaly's case a bit of a poster child for this new, tougher stance. Even the highest levels of government have weighed in. Filipino President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. expressed his disappointment regarding Zdorovetskiy's actions. The President. Section 6. The Internet reacts, support, outrage, and endless memes. As you can imagine, the Internet has exploded with this story. When a figure as prominent and controversial as Vitaly Zdorovetskiy gets into this kind of serious trouble, the online world lights up. The reactions have been, to put it mildly, diverse. It's a whole spectrum of opinions out there. On one side, you have some of his die-hard fans. They're defending him, suggesting his pranks are misunderstood, that it's all part of his act, and that the reaction is overblown. They see him as an entertainer pushing boundaries, not a criminal. But then there's the other side, a very large, very vocal other side. Many people are condemning his actions outright. They see his alleged behavior in the Philippines as disrespectful, arrogant, and genuinely harmful. They support the Philippine authorities and believe he should face the full consequences of his actions. There's a lot of "he had it coming" sentiment floating around. And of course, because it's the Internet, there are memes, so many memes. Mocking posts have appeared on platforms like X, formerly known as Twitter. One particularly interesting strain of online commentary involves his dual nationality. Vitaly is Russian-American. Some users on social media have quipped that perhaps the US should also disown him. Section 7. The elephant in the room. Has Russia said Nyet? Now, let's talk about the really big rumor. The one that adds a whole other layer of drama to this already dramatic situation. Has Russia disowned Vitaly Zdorovetskiy? This is the question buzzing across social media and news forums. Following his arrest, claims started circulating that Russia, his country of origin, has essentially washed its hands of him. That they've said, Nyet, he's not our problem anymore. It's a sensational claim, and if true, it would be a massive blow to Vitaly. So, what's the official word from Russia? Well, this is where it gets murky. The Russian ambassador to the Philippines, Marat Pavlov, did make some comments. He advised Russian tourists to comply with Philippine laws. Sensible advice, really. He also suggested that future incidents involving Russian nationals should be handled discreetly. This could be interpreted in a few ways. Is it a general statement or a subtle nod to the Zdorovetskiy situation, implying they'd prefer less public drama? Interestingly, reports suggest the Russian embassy did offer assistance to Zdorovetskiy. Standard consular procedure, you'd imagine. Section 8. Career catastrophe? Can Vitaly's channel survive? Beyond the immediate legal peril, what does all this mean for Vitaly Zdorovetskiy's career? He's a YouTuber. His entire livelihood, his fame, his identity, it's all built on his online presence. This arrest, these incredibly serious charges, the potential for a very long jail term, these are not things you just bounce back from easily. This isn't a minor scandal that can be smoothed over with an apology video. This is a full-blown career catastrophe unfolding in real time. Think about it. If he's convicted and faces years in a Philippine prison, his YouTube career is, for all practical purposes, over. You can't exactly upload pranks gone wrong in a maximum security facility videos, can you? Even if, by some miracle, he avoids a long sentence, the damage to his brand might be irreparable. Advertisers are likely to flee. Collaborators will think twice or 100 times. His name is now associated with serious criminal charges and international condemnation. That's not exactly brand-friendly. And then there are those persistent rumors of being disowned by Russia. Whether officially true or not, the perception itself is damaging. If your own country of origin is seen to be distancing itself from you, it makes you look incredibly toxic. It adds another layer of shame and isolation to the whole affair. Section 9. Conclusion. The disownment, truth, and what lies ahead. Has Russia officially disowned Vitaly Zdorovetskiy? As of May 24, 2025, there's no official statement from Russia confirming disownment. Rumors are strong, but disowned is a formal action. We haven't seen concrete proof of that step. The lack of public intervention is telling. Russia hasn't launched a major diplomatic effort. They haven't been loudly protesting his innocence. They are not going out on a limb for him. He seems to be on his own to face the Philippine justice system. The message is clear. You made this mess, you deal with it. Vitaly Zdorovetsky's situation is a stark reminder. Actions have consequences, especially when those actions involve disrespecting people and breaking laws in a foreign country. What might seem like harmless fun for a YouTube video can have devastating real-world repercussions. A potential 24-year prison sentence is about as real as it gets. Don't miss out on future explorations and discoveries. Hit subscribe and ring the bell to stay updated with our new content. Your journey of wonder continues with every video. Stay connected and engaged on social media. Continue the conversation, follow us. Thank you for being a part of the Have You Ever Wondered community. Keep wondering, keep discovering. Until next time.